Greetings, beloved, and welcome back to another episode of the Crochet in Agreement podcast. Today is Wednesday, April the 26th, 2023, and this is episode number 37. Hello, my name is Melissa, and I am coming to you from the northern Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. I crochet and knit prayer blankets, prayer shawls, and chemo caps for the sick, and I stand in agreement for their complete healing through Jesus Christ. This channel is by Him, for Him, and because of Him. I also have an Etsy shop where I sell my hand-dyed yarns. I have available bases of wool, cotton, wool blends, and acrylic. If you would like to check those out, my Etsy link is down below in the description box. And I am doing another super duper quick update video. Once again, I apologize for being 2 weeks late again. And there's not a whole lot of progress on my blankets. I mean, yeah, there's some, but it's all about the socks now. I am addicted to socks, which I knew I would be, and I couldn't wait for that day to come. And I can't wait to show you guys how I have come along on those socks. So without further ado, let's jump right into my blankets, and we'll get to my socks last. So my luck of the draw, I need to catch up. I have 2 weeks I have to catch up on. I haven't picked up a crochet hook in what feels like a year, but it's only been maybe 2 weeks or almost 2 weeks. Almost. I did a lot of work on the blankets when I first did my last video 2 weeks ago, and then I went to the socks and did not feel guilty about staying with socks. Everywhere I go, it's socks, socks, socks. It wasn't even all of my crochet stuff was just sitting around lonely. But I will show you what I did do, and super duper quick. I didn't do, let me see, okay, my husband's blanket, which is the closest one to reach. Let me get it out of this bag because it's getting really big. But last video, let me see how I did this. Okay, this is my current spot. So my last video, I finished the cake on the opposite end of what I'm on now. I think that's how that went. Yes, this is how we're doing. I finished the cake, and oh, come on now, which end is which here? Okay, here it is. I finished the cake, and this is where I left off. Did I put a marker where I was? Shame on me, I don't see it, unless it's like, oh, okay, this is what it was. It looked like it was with this one, but it's not actually with this one, it's down here. So what I did since my last video is I finished off the cake, which there wasn't a whole lot left because this is where I was my last video. So I went down and came back, down and came back, and then the cake was gone. So then I grabbed another cake, the next cake, and went to the opposite end. So yeah, I finished that cake, and then I went to the opposite end, and I don't know if you would have to go way back to see it, but what I had done when I was on this cake down here was whatever was left, I just kind of twisted around my hand and had it hanging. I think I pinned it with a stitch marker, and it just was hanging. So I went ahead and finished off that was hanging, and then I added in another of these cakes. And if I'm not mistaken, this is my last, yes, this is my last one. So after this, I'm actually just gonna grab some because this is all I have. I thought I had another one of the one with the brown. I thought I had 3 of each. But if I do, I don't know where it's at. So I have a ton of cake. I'm trying to get rid of my cakes. I have a bunch of Bernat Pops up there that I will probably end up using. Either that, I got some Karen cakes. Who knows? But those will be going in there next. I really want to use up some of these old cakes though. It's kind of like so 2013. So decade ago. Gosh, 2013 doesn't seem like it was that long ago, actually. In fact, my anniversary just, is it April or May for my channel? I'm gonna have to check into that. I'll find out and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. In fact, I think I got a notification the other day that it was my anniversary. But I didn't plan anything, and that's kind of boring, so I don't know if I will. I'll give it some thought. But that's a decent amount of progress for a 9.5 foot long blanket. But of course, that is 2 weeks time. I'm going to show this one. I did not make much progress on this though. I did 2 rows. I was down here, and now I'm up there. Okay, so yeah, I just did 2 rows, but at least I did do 2 rows and left it at the end of the row so you can, that's always a lot of fun to hold it up like that. Eventually one day I will measure how wide this is. Then I'll probably be in shock, like, no wonder it's taking me so long. Okay, so even though it's knitting, and I've been doing a lot of knitting, I didn't work on that a whole lot. And the cat is occupying the cubby where this belongs. Okay, the baby's blanket. This is where I was last time. And I've done this section here of the double herringbone single crochet and started a row of the even berry. This isn't really that big, so that's not quite as impressive as some of the others. But like I've said before, it won't take long to finish this one, so I don't have to make a lot of progress to make a lot of progress. Okay, that's it for my blankets. I've got a lot of work to do on my luck of the draw. I just got to tell myself, crochet matters too. I'm just all about the socks, 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 socks. I just want to do more and more socks. Okay. How can I do this? Last video, this is where I was on my sock. Right here. And done. It looks kind of funny. I know it looks, and I made my own. I don't have a sock blocker, and I haven't blocked it yet because I wanted to show you guys the progress. Nor have I tried it on because I didn't want to do a thing with it. I finished it. I touched up any gaps or whatever. I wove in all the ends, and then I made this sock blocker out of just a plain old wire clothes hanger, and there she is. My first sock, my very first sock. I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of it. Ain't she pretties? I'm proud. I like it. I even have it hanging on my wall. But now I'm going to block it, take out the stitch marker, block it, and after it dries, I'll probably try it on. And I'll post a picture on my Instagram. Okay, carrying on. The sock with the yarn that I dyed for myself. I was 22 rows in, so I don't have a stitch marker in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22 is right around where my thumbnail is, right there. So right around in there. It was actually the color pooling started going differently, if you remember. My last video I was talking about this big green section here and this purpley pink section there, all the pooling that it was doing. And now, as you can see, it's starting to not pull. And I didn't know exactly how many rows I wanted to do, but I did 45 rows, whatever you want to call it. And I have started on the heel flap. And this one here, I can't wait to finish it just so I can start the second one, because I've done a terrible, terrible, terrible job on the ribbing. It's the same width as the sock. It's not supposed to be. But, okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. I'm sure it will be fine. Now, let me go to the baby socks. Let's see. When I was on her socks, I had just started both of the decreases. I had done the heel flap, the gusset, or the heel turn, the gusset, and I had started on the decrease. Wait a minute. Yeah, the decrease back down to, and I had said 52 stitches. It's not 52, it's 48. But I had started on the decrease back down to 48. But guess what? I got to touch up on some of the stitches, and I've got a tail there. I already took care of the Kitchener stitch. That's hidden. That's all tucked in. But I got to take care of the cuff stitch. But if you see my Instagram, you would have seen a really good picture of this. But isn't that just adorable? And I'm going to insert a picture here of her wearing this sock. But here it is. I do have to touch up. If you look really close at that picture, you can see, I think it's right around this toe. I need to touch up a little bit because it's a little bit open. And then of course the video, this Crazy Sock Lady video, talks about going into where, let's see, this would be when you first start picking up your gusset stitches. You can sometimes have a gap. See that spot right? Let me get my there it is. I need to go in there and kind of tidy that up a little bit on both sides. See, so just need to touch up on it. And the other one, I've gotten all the way down to the, I just got to decrease the toe. It's like 1.5 inches from its desired length, so just a matter of every other row decreasing until I get down to, okay, this is 48, so it'd be 12 on each stitch, and then I decrease every row till I get down to 8, and then I Kitchener stitch it shut, and then that one will be done. And I started on the companion sock for my blue one, and boy, what a difference a little bit of practice makes. My goodness. I've only got the cuff and a couple rounds. I had a short cuff. This cuff is, I think, about 15, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, no, it's only 10. So when I did this sock, the first sock, I just, you know, it's my first one. So this cuff looks so much better than this one. That's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to draw in like that. But, yep, I'm really proud of how that is looking. I had to order this yarn because I didn't realize that Patton's Corey are only 1.75 ounces, 50 grams. Not enough for 2 socks. Maybe 2 shorty baby socks, but no. Not for a grown-up size sock. Okay, and you know what? I think that is it. I don't even have any acquisitions. No? No, I don't have any acquisitions. So, and I do, I am seriously thinking about casting on another pair of socks. I mean, hey, the babies, that one's done. One of the baby socks are done. One of the other baby sock is almost done. So, you know, I have room in my, I'll have a project bag empty. So, you know, do we really need excuses to cast on for another pair of socks? I don't think so. We don't need excuses. So I'm going to let you guys go. We're only at like a little over 10 minutes. So yay me. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow if you're not busy at 3:00 p.m. Eastern Standard for my live dye. Don't know what I'm doing yet. I've got several ideas. I might work on my color chart some, but I sometimes do several different things. So who knows? I'll figure it out. But I want to thank you guys for stopping in and catching up with me on what I've been doing. And I hope I see you guys tomorrow. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. And God bless you all. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Did you see my glasses? Bye, guys.